Hi Yogis, welcome back to Honeybee Yoga Studio and another Stretch and Restore flow. We'll be spending most of our time on our spines this evening. Please grab a cushion or pillow, a blanket, and maybe a tie or a strap or a belt that you can use. Anything around the house that you already have. We're going to begin by coming to a gentle seated posture in our practice space. We're going to enjoy whatever seated posture feels good for us. And that's kind of the theme of the evening. The theme of restorative is doing what feels good for you. So at any time throughout your practice you'd like to use your blanket, your pillow, or your cushion, please pull that in so that you feel nice and comfortable. Starting in our seated posture, we'll give our furry friend a little hello, and then feel our shoulders stack on top of our hips. The crown of our head start to reach up to the sky. Encourage your thoughts to really connect with your breath and feel how your breath is flowing through your body this evening. Whenever any thoughts that don't have to do with this moment, with your practice, whenever they drift into your mind, just give them a gentle little push and allow them to drift right on past. Keeping your connection to your breath and how you're feeling right now. Begin to invite some gentle movement through your shoulders, using your inhale to reach those shoulders up towards your ears, and as you exhale, encourage them to melt away. We'll enjoy a few shoulder rotations, letting our breath guide the way. After our next long breath of movement, we'll start a gentle seated cat and cow. So on our inhale, our chest moves forward. As we exhale, our spine moves behind us. With each breath, our movement becomes a bit more exaggerated, maybe a bit more organic. As we invite whatever feels good in our bodies, whatever version of cat and cow feel good for you, moving as slowly as your breath in your body is asking for. Inhaling, feeling that spine pull forward. Exhaling, tucking your chin, rounding your spine behind you. Let's take that next inhale extra long, holding our happy little cow. And then exhaling long and deep, holding that angry cat. We'll feel ourselves come back to neutral with our spine and then lift those hands tall above us. Inhaling, reaching tall, feeling our shoulders lift away. Let's give those wrists a gentle rotation in either direction. And then exhale our hands to come back to our low spine. Clasping our hands together, intertwining our fingers, we begin to pull our fist away from our shoulders. Our chest opens, and as we exhale, let's melt forward, tucking our chin and eventually releasing our hands to come back by our sides. Our next inhale reaches both of our hands up to the sky, and as we exhale, our left hand comes to the outside of our right knee. Right hand comes somewhere behind that right hip. Pressing those fingertips into the earth, we inhale our spine nice and tall, and then exhale, take a gaze past that right shoulder. We'll stay in this gentle rotation for a few breaths. Inhaling the crown of our head tall, exhaling to melt into our twist. One last big breath, coming back through neutral, saying hi to Oliver, and then inhaling our fingertips tall, and this time as we exhale, turning in the opposite direction. Right hand to the outside of that left knee, left hand somewhere behind our left hip. That left arm is long, supporting our long spine. And as you exhale, encourage that gaze to come towards our left shoulder. Again, we'll hang out on this side for 1 or 2 more breaths, whatever feels good. And then we'll slowly make our way back through neutral. Our hands will come behind our hips, fingertips towards our hips, towards the front of our practice area. Soles of our feet come into the earth, avoiding the furry friend in our way. And then let's windshield wiper our knees to opposite sides, bringing space and movement through our hips, our thighs, our shins, our calves. Moving 1 or 2 more times, then we'll slowly begin to lower our spine into the earth, back of our head supported by the mat behind us, soles of our feet in the earth, feeling our low spine press into the earth beneath us. Let's tug that right knee to come into our chest, give it a big hug, and then we'll release our right foot to come to rest just beneath our left knee. In this reclined pigeon, we can keep our feet on the earth, or if we'd like, we can pull that left knee into our chest, hugging our hands behind our left thigh, and then reclining that spine back into the earth, maybe even pressing that left heel tall away from us. Wherever you are in your version of reclined pigeon, you can enjoy some gentle movement and eventually feel that left foot make its way back to the earth. Eventually that right foot will follow. Take any shimmies, any shakes here, maybe another gentle windshield wiper of the knees side to side. And then we'll eventually move to the opposite side. So this time hugging that left knee into our chest, giving it a nice tug, and then releasing that left foot to come to rest somewhere beneath our right knee. Our reclined pigeon on the opposite side, we can keep that right foot on the ground, or we can pull that right thigh into our belly using our hands behind our right thigh, maybe even extending that right heel up to the sky. As always in our restorative practices, we move slow, we move steady, and we let our breath and our body guide our movements. Let's take 1 or 2 more breaths here, and when you're ready, we'll eventually bring our right foot to come back to the earth. Eventually, that left foot will make its way next to its partner. Eventually, we will hug our knees wide beside our bellies, almost like we're tugging our knees towards our armpits. We'll extend our feet up towards the sky as we come into our version of happy baby. You can use your hands to pull your legs either from behind your knees, around your feet, maybe grabbing that strap or that belt to bring your feet a little bit closer to your hands, and just allowing your low spine to really release, relax, and get rid of any tension or tightness it might be feeling. Enjoying a few more breaths here, maybe taking a rock from side to side. Eventually, we'll release our hands and bring those knees nice and close into our chest. Give those knees a big hug in our chest. Then we'll release our arms wide, kind of like a T. And then release our knees to the right side. That left hip may stack on top of our right. Our right hand may come to rest above our left knee. And maybe our gaze comes across our left shoulder. In this gentle supine twist, we feel that rotation come back into our spine. Maybe it's a bit more generous. And feel that breath flow from the base of your spine all the way to the top of the crown of your head. When you're ready, we'll begin to move our left knee to lift and eventually feel both of our knees come back over our hips. And then we'll slowly glide to the opposite side, feeling our knees come to rest to the left side of our bodies. That left hand may come to rest atop our right knee, and our gaze comes out our right arm. In this opposite side of our supine twist, we might feel some differences. Giving any tension some extra love, some extra support. And allow that rotation to travel through your spine. Our next inhale will start to bring us back through neutral. Those knees come back above our hips. Moving all of her out of the way, we'll feel the soles of our feet come to the earth. And then we'll let them roll to our favorite side, followed by our upper body. And then we'll take a little bit of time to gently lift ourselves to meet in a seated posture. From here, we will set up into our restorative posture of the evening. We're going to enjoy a supported butterfly, so I'm going to move my blanket out of the way. I'm going to grab my bigger bolster or whatever you have as your larger pillow or cushion. I'm going to lie that lengthwise down my mat. This is going to support my spine. I'll come to sit at the base of my bolster. Pull that bolster up nice and close to my tailbone. Bending at my knees, soles of the feet in the earth. I'll slide my second support underneath my knees. Allow the soles of my feet to come together and my knees to splay wide into butterfly. That support underneath my knees is supporting my hips, my knees, by not overextending through those muscles, those leg muscles. I'll slowly recline my spine back to be supported by that bolster. I have a blanket to come over my legs for a little bit of extra warmth, although the fire is mighty toasty. I'll let my arms go long and heavy. My eyelids will begin to close. And I start to drift away. Allow your attention to begin to float kind of around your body. Feel the air that surrounds your arms, your legs. As you inhale and your chest expands, as your belly grows bigger with your breath, feel your body press the air and the atmosphere away. As you exhale, feel your body supported by the earth beneath you. And feel yourself almost begin to melt into the earth. With each breath, you become a little bit more aware of your body. With each exhale, encourage any tension or any tightness you might find to begin to melt away. 4 more long breaths here. Inhaling through your mouth, your nostrils, feeling that breath travel down your throat, expanding your chest, your belly. Feel all that air around you, that atmosphere. And then as you exhale, feel yourself melt into the earth, accepting its support. Starting to lengthen our breath. We'll start to prepare ourselves mentally to release from this posture. And then when we're ready, physically, we'll start to wiggle our fingertips, wiggle our toes, Start to bring some movement into our wrists, our ankles, maybe our knees and our elbows. Take whatever movements feel really good for you, maybe a big full body stretch. Eventually, our knees will start to close like a book. Feeling the soles of the feet come into the earth. Maybe we take a gentle windshield wiper from side to side. And then eventually our knees will roll to one side, allowing us to lift up through a seated posture. I'm going to move my props out of the way so I can come into a comfortable seated posture to close my practice. Let's end our practice together with a couple big breaths. As our breath travels through our body, we're feeling any changes from the beginning of our time together until now. Big inhale, feeling that breath travel all the way to our fingertips, all the way to our toes. Feeling that peace and that calm that have hopefully come to our breath, to our mind. Let's feel our fingertips come to the earth beside our hips. We'll take a big inhale and reach our fingertips tall up to the sky, and then exhale them wide back to the earth. One more time, reaching those fingertips tall, this time allowing them to come into prayer, and then melting our hands past our forehead, our mouths, all the way to our hearts. Taking a few moments here to thank ourselves for taking a couple moments for our practice. And close your practice with as many breaths as feels good for you. Thanks everyone so much for practicing with me today. I hope you feel really relaxed, restored, and ready to have an amazing good night's sleep. If you aren't already, we would love to have you as a subscriber. Please hit that red subscribe button. Please like this video and leave us a comment down below. We would love to hear from you. To learn more about our classes here at the studio, check out www.honeybeeyogastudio.ca. See you next time.